So today I'm going to show you guys why the Fresh and Cool are quick and easy for use in your fridge and in your cupboard. So first of all, they're clear. I love when I put items in the fridge and I can actually see what's in them, not just for myself, but also for my kids. I know when there's cut up fruit or leftovers and they can see it, it actually gets eaten more often. So there's 3 different sizes in this set and you get 3 of each size. So the small one here we have is 2 cup, we have 4.5 cup and 6.5 cup size. So it is a 9-piece set that all comes together. I also love that they stack together really nicely. So when you go to stack them, I take the smallest one first, then the medium one, and you always do the smallest to the largest, and they're actually very compact for storage. So you can see when you stack all of them inside each other, it actually nests really nicely. And then what I do with the lids, I just turn them sideways and they actually fit really well right inside the container. So you can stack them, all 3 different sizes, or you can stack the similar sizes together. So these are our most used containers when it comes to leftovers. And the reason why is if we have a little bit of leftovers, a little bit more or quite a bit of leftovers, then we have a container that fits them. So the kids know when we have leftovers after supper or after lunch, they know to put them right inside these containers. What I like too, some ideas that I use the small ones for, if I have a few mashed potatoes or a little bit of meat or a couple chicken breasts that are cooked, it fits well in there, or 2 burgers fits really well in there as well. So then my kids can know exactly and see what's in them. The next size up is if I have some leftover rice or I have some noodles, depending on how much you have. If I cook 5 chicken breasts, I'll actually put all 5 cooked chicken breasts in here, and then they're ready to go for our chicken wraps and chicken salad, and when I make quesadillas and stuff, so then I know they're exactly what's in the fridge. The large size, this is actually a common size that I use when I make pasta salad. So I'll cook a whole bunch of pasta, and this is the perfect size to mix up the seasoning and the oil and like the vinaigrette dressing, shake it on, put it in here, and then it's ready to go. Also, these containers have little lines on the sides, and that helps with the grip. So when you go to grab them, it's easy to grab and you can pour. So if you do have any liquid in them, the liquid isn't designed to hold sideways or anything, but if you do have anything liquid, you can easily pour out of it as well. So you can see the diamond shape of these. So it does look like they're, it's a different shape that I've ever had anyways in Tupperware, but when you put them beside each other, they actually fit pretty compact and more like squares. So they don't take up a lot of extra space. But what I do love as well is how they stack in the fridge. So they kind of stack well together because you can have, it's like a 1, 2, and a 3, and they fit the exact height. So depending on how tall your fridge is, you can make them certain heights or put them in different areas. Also because of the size and the shape, that they actually fit really well on the door of your fridge. So you can put these on the door of your fridge if you have, if you find it's more compact for space. Also works great for cut up fruit or cut up vegetables. So if I want to prep some stuff for supper, for example, I can cut them up and put them in here. When I go on a picnic or we go to the beach, these fit really well in your cooler as well. Or like whether it's a beach bag or anything like that, they can stack really well inside. I've also used them for things like chips and snacks and that sort of things. So rather than having open bags when we get there, I have containers that are separated out, and maybe I don't want to bring the full bag of something, and I can divide them out this way as well. I use this size when we do go to the park, for example. We often go to the park now that it's summertime. I'll fill one with cheese, like sliced cheese. I'll do one with our kielbasa or our meat, and then another one, usually the medium size, with crackers. And so that we can have our meat, whatever you call those things, like where you stack the meat, the cheese on top of the crackers, and it's a great easy thing when you go to the park for a picnic. So these are great containers because they're nice and compact. And like I said, you can see in them. So also I use these when I do a lot of meal prepping for my freezer. So when it comes to meal prepping of food that's not cooked, this is my go-to. So this is a common size that I use in my freezer, and it actually fits really well in the door of the freezer. So what I put in here, I'll put in, say, depends on the size of the chicken breasts and where you're getting them, anywhere from 3 to 5 chicken breasts, depending on size. I buy them fresh. I'll make my whatever marinade that I want on it, and then I'll pour it inside with the chicken. So I put the chicken in first, pour in the marinade, and then it fits really well. You just want to make sure you leave room for expansion when it comes to freezing. So don't freeze over top of this top little line and the ones that's etched in there. So just don't freeze over top of that so that it has room to expand. Also, it fits, depending on the tenderloin, I put 1 to 2 tenderloin, sometimes 1.5 if they're really big, but fits really well as well. And then I'll do my sauce all right in there. And then what's nice is when you pull this out of the freezer, it's gonna defrost, but it's gonna defrost and marinate at the same time. So I buy the meat fresh when it's on sale, whether it's beef or chicken, or if it's a roast and I slice it up. So I'll make my beef and broccoli recipe. Obviously not put in my broccoli, I'll just do my beef and the marinade, freeze it in here, and then when it's time to, we want it, that recipe, I can easily pull it out the night before and it defrost, or I can just pop it out when it's frozen. What I do like though is when it's defrosting, it's not making a mess in your fridge. Because of the height, you can actually fit it in nice and compact in your fridge as well. Also, this size actually is the size that I use when I make soup stock. So if I'm making a whole bunch of chicken and I want to, maybe not make it into chicken soup because we eat all the chicken, but I want to boil the bones, or I put it in my slow cooker overnight, basically for the 12 hours, or you boil it on your stove for a few hours, then this is where I put it after. So it's quick and easy. Sometimes I'll just put the broth in, and other times I'll cut up the carrots, the celery, the onions, throw it in as well, not cooked, and then when I pull it out, all I have to do is boil it, and then I have soup, and I just have to add my meat. So really quick and easy for meal prep, and I do like that they, like I said before, you can see in them, but you can also stack on them as well, and they're really compact for storage. So this is the Fresh and Cool 9-piece set. Great set, lots of different uses, whether it's in your cupboard or in your fridge, and hopefully that helps with some ideas of how you can use these. Thanks, guys.